The Katerino Fitz Call Me Carson love triangle controversy seems to be coming to an end. Both Fitz and Call Me Carson make apologies. Hi, I'm Tommy C. This is Shot from the Point News. And that's right, you heard me say that. Carson has strangely also apologized. So let's go over the Fitz apology. I'm starting to wonder that these apologies by Twitter, just a statement so people can't analyze your apology like people like me, is probably the best way to go. In fact, if you want to watch Katerino's analysis of Katerino's apology, you can go right there to watch that. Enjoy. Me and Nick DiOrio take Katerino apart. Let's get to Fitz for a second. He makes this post. Hey guys, involved in some personal drama recently, and although the situation is a lot more complicated than anyone expected, I want to apologize publicly, not just in private. I'm sorry, Carson. I hurt you. I wasn't a good friend. I can only hope someday that you'll forgive me. I regret what I did, and I regret where we are. If you ever decide that I'm worthy of versing you in 8-ball, I'll be here. Until then, I'm sure the wonderful friends you have around you will have your back. Cam. Now, I am a connoisseur of apologies, as some of you might know. I love them. They're like, especially the insincere ones. I don't know if this is insincere or not, because of course he wrote it. But the wording is quite good. The wording is quite good. He actually apologizes to Carson directly instead of his fan base or his own or somebody else's. I mean, Katerino apologized to all the people that could hurt her career, not to the people that she hurt. Again, go check the cards. Watch that video analysis of her apologies, because she's a psychopath, or as Nick DiOrio said, a garden variety. But you know, yeah, this is a really probably the best way to go, and I predict Fitz will more than surprise. He has a huge fan base, 5 million subs. And this was probably a smart move. And he does seem to be getting support from Keemstar. That's right. He's a good guy. Good guy Fitz. Too funny. Me personally, screw him. Screw him right in his fucking ear. I don't care if he apologizes. Hell, I don't care if he's sincere. People are suckers for sincerity, if you really think about that. You know? And they usually fall for feigned sincerity. So fuck Fitz. You know, moving on. He'll survive. A girl usually gets the blame anyway, because a guy can't control himself. A girls are dirty. And then the more interesting of the two is the Call Me Carson apology of sort. I don't know. Well, whatever. You know, you get your friend's situation broken up like this, it might be a possibility he just wants things to go back the way they were. All right. First of all, before I start off, I hope you're all doing well. You probably weren't expecting any of this stuff, and neither was I. But here we are. This is a real mess, huh? I want to admit my own faults in the situation, as I am guilty of things here as well. Oh, you're not going to simp, are you? Oh. Or are you playing some 4D chess? And I wonder about that. And you could be playing 4D chess and sincerely you want things to go back to where they were. It's been very difficult for me to watch everything unfold after I came out with the information I did on Reddit. It's my personal belief that I should have never made any of the information that's now public. It was a private matter that should have stayed private. And I want to admit that I'm a complete fault for being in the public eye. All right, I take that two ways. There was sort of this, his screeching fans at some point were like, oh, Carson told us about it on Reddit. No, none of you commentators are allowed to talk about it. Carlos is the worst person in the world. Oh, these drama YouTubers. So maybe he's taking responsibility for putting it out there. Ultimately, the only person that could be responsible is him. I don't know. I'm a different, or maybe he's just, you know, he doesn't like what happened. Maybe it was too much for him. He doesn't like to see people get hurt, even people that hurt him. Very Christian way of looking at the world. That'd be nice. You know, that's sincere. I can handle that. Or maybe he's making himself look even more sympathetic to continue to bury these people. That's the 4D chess angle. Don't know. I put it out there in hopes that I could finally move past it. Bullshit. Now I'm thinking you're playing 4D chess. You wanted to extract revenge against the people that hurt you, and it's certainly understandable. Again, Carson didn't do anything. And every day I woke up feeling resentful, immature, and petty. Well, yeah, I guess it's petty, but I guess as a Call Me Carson fan, I want to know that that girl's a fraud. You've just protected countless YouTubers and social media stars by letting everybody know. I mean, what, can you start talking about there might be a fourth girl or a fourth guy involved with this whole mess? I think you did a public service, Carson. A fourth guy. We mentioned that last night in the analysis that you can check over there. It hurt me to think that two people could do something like this and get away with it. All right, that sounds sincere. Now I'm back to Christian guy. So it was an emotionally impulsive response. I put it in the front of the world. That I put in the front of the world. Excuse me. All right. See, that sounded kind of, America. I'm a sucker for sincerity. This is the wrong decision because at the end of the day, no one is entitled to the information besides the parties involved. I disagree with that totally because, no, I don't look at, you're entitled to do what you will with that information. It's not to be kept secret between three people, especially if that information makes you the victim. No one's entitled. I don't know. That's your rule. That's your personal freaking rule. That's not like a general standard sort of universal moral belief. Oh, somebody cheated me. We have to, all three of us got to keep it secret. No, there's nothing like that. Maybe this is the Christian guy again. I don't know. Just like Kate and Fitz, I'm an entertainer that creates content for people. She creates content. And what I do in my personal life, even if it's wrong, isn't information that I think should be shared. Well, I guess don't share it, but he already took responsibility of that. Someone who has been dealing with imposter syndrome. Boy, everybody's got a fucking syndrome. It really is amazing. And the inability to go out in public without being recognized. Even in my hometown grocery store, I should have realized the hypocritical nature of putting this entire situation on display for you. I don't want you apologizing. First of all, I would have done it, and it's completely normal to want justice after you've been abused. Imposter syndrome. You know these guys, talented guys like him. I've seen it in music and art. Talented guys like him do not do well in the public eye. Now, if you made me more famous, I'd be able to handle it beautifully. But I'm not as talented as Carson. I'm a different person. My talents lie elsewhere, and they're not as lucrative as his. You all have no idea how much I appreciate your support given me recently, and it's helped me immensely to know that I have all of you to fall back on. That being said, I think it's important to say this. I am just as flawed as human as Kate. I am just as flawed as human as Fitz. I am as flawed as human as Keemstar. I am flawed. That sounded really sincere. Now, Carson, you got to be back in. Because we are all flawed. Well, none of us are perfect. And now I'm not seeing the simping. I'm seeing somebody who recognizes a single truth, a universal truth, that we are all, some would say sinful. I wouldn't. But we are all inherently flawed. That was beautiful. That touched me, actually. Seeing everyone's support is awesome. But knowing that next week it could all be flipped on me is terrifying. Every social media personality lives with that, including me, and I'm tiny. I am not perfect, and I make mistakes. What Kate and Fitz did was wrong, but I think we can all acknowledge that. But seeing myself paraded around in such a manner feels misplaced. Next week, it could be hypothetically me in front of the public eye having done something wrong in my private life, because I am just as susceptible of making poor decisions as anyone. I make a lot of mistakes in my life that I'm not proud of, and to think of myself in Kate's and Fitz's shoes makes me feel sorry for them. Moving forward, please respect Kate and Fitz's time to process this and respect their break or whatever they choose to do. That's really, I think he means I've totally flipped. He has totally flipped me. I think he means every fucking word of this. Every goddamn word. I'm never going to stop joking about those two, and I'm especially I'm going to keep a special eye on Keemstar and how much he fucking sucks off Fitz to suck up to the Misfits. Seen him do it before, and it looks like it's already started. No, fuck that. Moving forward. Okay, to Kate and Fitz, I'm sorry for all the pain I've caused you. Too cucky for me. And I'm sorry for putting private lives on display for the world. It was a wrong decision, and I apologize. That I don't agree with, actually, for real, not like joking around. I'm glad I know about her. You saved somebody. Because I got to be honest with you, after Fitz knew she's going to do it to somebody else and just keep going until she ruined more people. And the way you feel now could be a lot worse. God, they could have married her. And it really would have been in trouble. You did wrong, but you didn't deserve all your careers jeopardized. I don't agree with that. Well, they're not, if I'm not mistaken, neither Fitz nor her grandstand that I know of. So maybe they did, because I got to be honest with you, people in the commentary community, the grandstand, they need their careers ruined. And I'll tell you why. It's not right for people to have careers about telling you what's right and wrong and just, like, everybody makes mistakes, but just to live a life of debauchery privately and then preach. I'm Alex. Backstabbing, money whoring, will do anything to get on top. No, and he will seriously get on and tell you what's right and wrong with the world and right and wrong about an individual YouTuber for clicks, views, whatever. No, we need to know. Absolutely wrong about that. But in fairness, I think neither of these two. I don't know anything about Fitz. I didn't even bother to look into the Misfits stuff. I knew Carson. He was on my show, and he did seem like a really decent guy. He's on my podcast. Right here. Right here. We'll be on tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You did wrong, but you deserve the careers jeopardized, blah, blah, blah. I hope you both can become the people I want to see you as. Always, that's about it. I'm going back to playing 8-ball now. Ooh, I thought I was really going to smash. I did. I thought I was going to smash Carson because I thought he was going to simp. I thought he was going to, I thought it might have been a 4D chess move. I don't like when people left off the hook. I feel like he was going to leave her off the hook. I don't like the idea of these, you don't deserve your career jeopardized. Not when you're in the public eye. But after what I came away from this as is he really, I got sucked into sincerity. I think he really means this. I think he lives his life this way. You know, when I stuck up for iDubbbz, to some extent, I was called a simp and everything else, but I get where he's coming from. I wouldn't have made that PR move by making that video, but I'm getting where he's coming from. So what? It's a pair of breasts. Who cares? I get where he's coming from. I wouldn't have phrased it like he did. It's just bad business. But, I'm a live and let live type person too. And people are flawed. They make mistakes, especially when they're young. I think there's a little more going on there with Kate, especially with the amount of guys. Look, I can forgive a girl for cheating on a guy if it's a one-time thing and it happens and there's some wine, there's some free time, and all right, shit happens between people. But now we're talking one guy, two guys, three guys, potentially four guys, and then she goes on and lies and says, "My boyfriend didn't know about my real boyfriend didn't know about my fake boyfriend." Call me Carson, who's famous. Carson admits he can't be recognized. No, I'm glad she was exposed. Fitz is a bum, and she's a whore.